What's going on, y'all? I was doing Rogue Entertainment earlier. We were talking about Nicki Minaj and her doxing reporters and how the media is putting that out there. A lot of the media, a lot of the major media is putting it out that she doxed this reporter, all these poor reporters, and then this guy's out there, Randstad or something. He's out there, oh, I fear for my safety and all this. And when I first read that article, like many people, like many of us common folk, us out here being fed propaganda out of the mainstream outlets, I was appalled. I was on the stream with Mac and 90 Red Gaze, and they were like, "No, doxing's not cool." Especially Mac. Mac was like, "No, doxing's not cool under any circumstances," which I understand. A lot of us in the last couple of years in our little indie sphere YouTubers, we've been doxed, and we've been threatened, families threatened, property destroyed. Doxing isn't cool. It isn't. So when I first read it, I was appalled. And then Parrot Head, good person in our chat, came through, sent a link to me on Twitter about what this reporter had been doing to Nicki's family. And eye for an eye, You turn the other cheek, you just ask for two red cheeks. That's the way I look at life. Let me give a little backstory here on how I feel about Nicki Minaj, right? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Nicki Minaj. I think she's hot. when I was single, I'd have tapped that ass. I like her vocals. I like her rap style. It was different before before the mumble rappers and people started trying to pick up on that new style. Because when you're a rapper or any type of musician, you come out and you're hot. People bite. People try and bite off your style right from the gate. But I'm not a big fan of Nicki Minaj. Right? I see. What I know about her, I've seen her biddies on the internet. A couple of her songs pretty hot. But I don't look for them. It's not on my music list. She beefed with Lil' Kim, and in my opinion, Lil' Kim destroyed her in that beef. But I don't have anything really against her. And I'm not really a fan. I have seen the media come after her because she dares to defy the narrative. We all know what the narrative is. The narrative about a virus that is being proclaimed to be very deadly. Where? It was politicized, completely politicized. Again, after year of things being politicized, it shouldn't have been. Games, television, movies, comics, just all these different things that have had politics injected in them by nut jobs who have no real creativity and want to press, just want to project their own fears and hates. I mean, we know the story. We know. I'm trying not to make this video too long. They've been coming after Nicki because she defied the narrative. She left the plantation. Left the plantation of the far left and dared to defy him. And so we're seeing media spin on her. No, doxing isn't cool. But eye for an eye. Absolutely. I am definitely gray. I tried to be a white knight type person for a while there. Tried to be something that I'd always felt inside, because deep inside I feel like I'm a good person. And when the whole Fandom Menace thing started, it kind of inspired me to indulge that side of me, to reach in, try to be good. We rise together. We come together. People defying the narrative of the media, the far leftists in Hollywood. It's awful people trying to divide us, trying to bring racism back, trying to segregate people under the guise of diversity, just all the garbage. I left my own political party. I was leftist for a long time. My whole life voted Democrat. Until I saw what they were stirring up, and since like 2015, 16, it was just too much, especially after 2016. It's too much BS, So I really felt like I'd found a group of people that deserved positive reinforcement. That's why I wrote Fandom Menace Volume 1. That's why I'm going to finish Volume 2. I still believe in that era, those couple of years. I still believe in them. So for the longest time, I'd say, be good to each other. And then a few things happened that reminded me of people in different times of my life. Manipulators, liars, people who live in that living victimhood narrative, people who will not approach your face, will not have a conversation to your face, but will gladly talk shit someplace else to other people in the cut. Don't want to be, they don't want to have it revealed. I've actually had someone in our indie sphere come to me with an outright lie about me. And when I rebuked it, did not believe me. And I asked for proof and who said this so I could confront who had accused me of this, and they refused to. They wouldn't turn their friend in. If your friend's lying to you about stuff like that, that ain't your friend. A lot of times in my life, I have let things go. That's not to say I haven't stood up for myself and I haven't had a mouth on me. I'm a Walton. I do enjoy honesty, and sometimes I'm quite verbose. But a lot of things I just let go. That's how I used to suffer no fools. I'm not even going to acknowledge that. One of my biggest problems was forgiving, turning the other cheek, turning the other cheek again, turning it again, turning it again, and turning it again. For nostalgic reasons, because I believed in somebody. I thought somebody was deep down a good person. And then I finally got with somebody, a friend, that has known me for 2 decades. And we've had a lot of conversations about people in my past and the things that have been said about me that I never knew. Stories, very hurtful stories. Stories like, I got my friend locked up, my best friend, one of my oldest and longest best friends who got locked up and died in prison, a brain aneurysm. He did not do what he was accused of. Absolutely no way did he do it. He's a gentle person. He's a good person. He was set up. And these type of people would say things like this about me over the years. Not that harsh. Other things. But that one tipped the scales on me. And these types of manipulators exist all around us. That living victimhood narrative that I didn't do anything wrong. That person's bad, but don't tell them I said this. That exists everywhere, those types of liars and fakes. That's why I'm big on fakes and snakes. And in our own community, when I started discovering people who were fakes and snakes, I added, be good to each other. You suffer no fools. The idea of just being generally good to each other is a great idea. It's noble. Let's all just be good. Let's all just not talk. Let's not talk trash. Silence is golden. Let's not bring things out in the open. Let's not be confrontational. Let's all be calm. Let the herd be calm, because if you get angry in the herd, you might upset the herd. And the problem with that is that some people need to be called out. Some people need to be told. Some people need, in public, out loud, from a frickin' mountaintop, need to be told about themselves. And that's just the truth of it. After 2 years of being a part of something that I really believed in, grassroots backlash, collective YouTubers and social personalities coming together to stand up for our rights to be individuals, for our rights to be heard, to have differing opinions without being outcasted, labeled bigots and sexists and all that garbage that is a deflection of the responsibility of someone spinning a narrative or a lie about you. After 2 years of trying to be the best, trying to be a bright, good person, we rise together, be good to each other. Let's, silence is golden. After doing that, and then being stabbed a few times, and then being told after I was stabbed, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. No, that person was just, they were looking out for you by lying about me, stabbing me, turning on me, clout chasing, whatever the case may be. This has happened several times in my life. It's happened before in my life. It happened with this group of people. That's this group of people I've known since I was a teenager. Spinning terrible lies and stories about me, trying to paint me in a certain light because they themselves are garbage human beings. Because they themselves will never amount to anything. Because they are so full of fear, insecurities about who they are, that they need to project themselves upon someone who has a strong personality, like myself. So I suffer no fools no more. Neither should you. Neither should you. It's good to have that kumbaya idea. Let's all stand around the campfire and hold hands. Oh, they didn't mean it. Let it go. Don't bring it up. Nah, don't do that. Don't kneel. What Nicki Minaj did was hit back. I'm just looking at this situation from the outside and seeing an entire media, an entire group of people coming down on her with false narratives, attacking her, protecting their lies and their bullshit, projecting their fears and insecurities, protecting their narratives. And she's standing up for herself. I say dox the motherfucker. You're going to come at your family, threaten them, say, yeah, we're going to put you on CNN, we're going to dox your family, we're going to come at you. Come right back at them. That's grounds for returning fire. And when people come at you like that, when they are lying about you in the cut, when they're afraid to have a conversation, when they're not brave enough to come to you, when they hide their stories, or when they come together in clusters to perpetuate their false narratives about you, you fire back. You don't turn the other cheek. It's an eye for an eye. That's not being evil. That's looking out for yourself. That's standing up for yourself. That's refusing to kneel. Of course, you've got to temper yourself. Like I said, I could be verbose every now and again. Sometimes a little overblown. But my messages and how I feel, they remain the same. So, what Nicki's going through right now, I sympathize. I understand. She's suffering no fools. Don't take that from the media. I understand what that's like. I've seen my friends. I mean, I'm not a big fish. I've only had so many people come at me from the media. It's like mentioned in the Washington Post once when I was writing volume 1. It ain't much, but I know people that have grown big in this indie sphere, YouTubers who have exploded, who are constantly under attack by these morons, protecting their false narratives and projecting their fears, insecurities, and bigotries. So when I see that, I get defensive. I get offensive. Forget defensive, I get offensive. I'm going to call it out. I'm going to stand up, be counted. You're going to hear me. That's what Nicki's doing. She's being heard. I ain't got to be friends with her. I ain't got to agree with things she says. I ain't got to know her. I see what's going on and I understand. Be good to each other. But you suffer no fools. And one thing else I'd like to mention before I cut out on this. If you're sitting on a fence, and if you're one of those people who wants to be friends with everybody, which I understand, you want to be friends with everybody. I get that. I understand that. And some people are natural ambassadors. They try their best to have conversations, leave the door open for conversation. We need those types of people. Absolutely. But if you know damn well that someone's talking trash on your friends. You know damn well that this person is bad. You know damn well they've done bad things, but you forgive them because, oh, they're not really like that, or, oh, they have tits. You're effing yourself. You're sitting on a fence and you're effing yourself. And I don't know about anybody else. I don't know about you. But as far as I go, I'm not going to trust you. I am not going to trust. Fence sitters, I do not trust fence sitters. Do not. Never will. I've seen fence sitters teeter to the other side easily enough if they can clout chase or if they can get something from somebody or a situation or a group or a crew, and then teeter back when they're around you because, you know, I'm fine. I'm not taking sides. Some situations, I'm not taking sides is definitely valid. Definitely valid. But if you know you're holding hands with somebody who's dirt, I'm never going to trust you. Never. I'm not going to back down. Because I suffer no fools. And neither should you. Nicki's not suffering no fools. I'm not. There are people out there that are just manipulative. They smile at you. They know how to talk to you. They know what to say. I mean, some people get worse and worse at it over time as that darkness festers within them and it begins to manifest, and you could just tell, you could just see it on their aura and on their face. And that person's full of crap. That's not a good person. Some other people are really good at it. Really good at hiding it. Male and female. Just really good at hiding their manipulative habits, their lies, their projections of their version of a story in which they are a victim. And the other person, you, me, we're the aggressor. We're the bad people. Suffer no fools, guys. Recognize who manipulators are. Recognize who the liars are, people pushing false narratives in life, whether it's in the media, at your job, at your school, in your social circles on YouTube. Recognize who those manipulative people are and cut them out. Cut them out like cancer cells because they're not worth it. They're only going to pull you down like crabs in a bucket. And if you get attacked like Nicki got attacked by that reporter, by the mainstream media, you hit back harder. You don't, oh, that's just how they are. You don't, well, that's not the right thing to do. I'm going to turn the other cheek. Don't do none of that. You hit back harder. You call them out. You do what needs to be done to let people know that you are not the one with whom to fuck. Be good to those who deserve it, but suffer no fools. Thank you guys for listening to my little bit of a rant. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Wash your hands, wash your ass. Be good to each other, but suffer no fools.